What would you do if someone mocked your life's work right to your face? In the heart of a bustling city market, H.O.A. Karen stood at Mr. Lin's coin stall, her voice sharp as a blade. "These coins look dull, like cheap trinkets," she sneered, holding a rare 1921 silver dollar under the flickering market lights. Mr. Lin, a wiry man in his 60s with hands weathered from decades of handling relics, winced but kept his composure. His stall, a treasure trove of numismatic history, was his pride. Each coin told a story of wars, empires, and forgotten artisans. But to Karen, they were just shiny bargaining chips. Her loud complaints drew a crowd, and the air thickened with tension. She demanded a discount, claiming the coins were overpriced fakes. Mr. Lin's eyes narrowed. He knew her type: loud, entitled, and relentless. Yet, something about her smug certainty sparked a fire in him. This wasn't just about money, it was personal. Karen's tirade didn't stop at words. She tossed a handful of coins onto the table, some clattering to the ground, scratching their delicate surfaces. Gasps rippled through the crowd. To collectors, this was sacrilege. Mr. Lin's jaw tightened, but he calmly explained the coins' authenticity, pointing to their mint marks and patina. Karen scoffed. "I could get better at a flea market." She haggled mercilessly, slashing his prices to pennies on the dollar. Mr. Lin, against his better judgment, agreed to sell her a rare set for a fraction of its value, hoping to end the spectacle. But as Karen strutted away, coins in hand, a glint of malice flickered in her eyes. She wasn't done. The next day, Karen returned, her face twisted with outrage. She slammed the coins on Mr. Lin's table, claiming they were counterfeits. "You scammed me," she shrieked, drawing another crowd. She held up a coin, pointing to its slightly worn edge as proof of fraud. Mr. Lin's heart sank not because of her accusation, but because he noticed the coins were different. These weren't the ones he'd sold her. Their weight was off, their sheen too perfect. Karen had swapped them for fakes, likely from some shady online dealer, to demand a refund and keep the originals. It was a calculated move, and the crowd was eating it up. Whispers of scammer and poor woman swirled around Mr. Lin. His reputation, built over 30 years, teetered on the edge. Enter Min, a young woman in her 20s, weaving through the crowd with a quiet intensity. She was no ordinary bystander. She was a numismatics student who'd studied under Mr. Lin for years. She'd been watching silently, her sharp eyes catching Karen's sleight of hand. Min stepped forward, her voice steady but firm. "Those aren't Mr. Lin's coins," she said, holding up her phone. She'd recorded Karen's tantrum the previous day, capturing the moment she'd tossed the originals into the dirt. The video showed the real coins' unique scratches and patina, undeniable proof they weren't the fakes Karen now held. The crowd's murmur shifted. Karen's face flushed, but she doubled down, accusing Min of doctoring the footage. "You're in on it," she spat, pointing at Mr. Lin. The market buzzed with confusion. Whose side were they on? The confrontation escalated under the market's dim lights. Min, unfazed, pulled a loop from her bag and invited the crowd to inspect the coins Karen claimed were Mr. Lin's. She pointed out the fake's flaws: inconsistent mint marks, overly polished surfaces, and a telltale seam from cheap casting. "These are knockoffs," Min said, her voice cutting through Karen's protests. Mr. Lin, regaining his footing, spoke up. "I sold you genuine coins, ma'am. You damaged them, swapped them, and now you want a refund." His calm accusation hit like a thunderclap. The crowd turned, their sympathy for Karen evaporating. A vendor nearby, a gruff man selling pottery, chimed in, "I saw her yesterday, tossing coins like trash." Others nodded, recalling Karen's reckless display. Her scheme unraveled as the market's collective gaze pinned her down. Karen's bravado crumbled. She stammered, her excuses drowning in the crowd's jeers. "You can't prove anything," she shouted, but her voice cracked. Min held up her phone again, now showing a second video. Karen slipping the real coins into her purse while swapping them with fakes from her pocket. The crowd erupted in laughter, not the kind that lifts spirits, but the kind that stings with scorn. Karen's face burned red as she realized her greed had been her undoing. Mr. Lin refused her refund, his voice steady but laced with quiet triumph. "You mock my work and try to ruin me. Take your fakes and go." The crowd parted as Karen fled, her purse clutched tightly, the weight of her shame heavier than any coin. In the days that followed, the market buzzed with the story of Karen's downfall. Mr. Lin's stall saw a surge in visitors, drawn by his integrity and Min's quick thinking. The young student became a quiet hero, her videos shared across local forums, a testament to standing up for what's right. Karen, meanwhile, vanished from the market, her reputation in tatters. Some said she tried selling the real coins online, only to be called out again by savvy collectors. The market's vendors, once divided, rallied around Mr. Lin, their trust in him stronger than ever. His coins, once dismissed as dull by Karen, shone brighter in the eyes of those who valued history over greed. The tale of Karen's coin con left a lasting mark. It wasn't just about coins, it was about respect, honesty, and the consequences of arrogance. Mr. Lin continued his work, each coin he sold carrying a story of resilience. Min, inspired, pursued her studies with renewed passion, knowing her small act had made a difference. In the market, it thrived, a reminder that truth has a way of shining through, even in the messiest of confrontations. So, what do you think who was in the right? Should Karen have been given a chance to explain, or did she get what she deserved? Share your thoughts, because every story has two sides, and this one's worth talking about.